Firstly, man, welcome to this Culture Shock session. It's just an Instagram live. And you know, the heart of Culture Shock is more about, touching base with people that are doing innovative things that are shocking the culture, and for us, Culture Shock is all about, building creators, building innovators, building people that are doing things that are, changing our culture, right? And culture for us could mean anything. So tell us more about who Sangatembo is, right? And let's pick it up from there. People saying they can see you. So tell us about you, first of all, what you love and what you're up to.
First of all, I respect Culture Shock. I respect you. People don't know this, but I've always thought of you as a mentor and someone who is just great.
Wow,
it's hard to describe. First time I came to Mount Zion, Lusaka, you were so welcoming.
Right.
It really didn't feel like it really didn't feel like it didn't feel as strict as church sometimes feels. It felt like home. So thank you for that.
Wow,
and about me, really, I'm just a guy who loves music. I've been in media since, let's see, 2012, doing radio.
Right.
From radio, I just went with the online thing. Yeah, the online thing. By the online thing, I mean podcasts, doing YouTube videos. Because after radio and after school, I had to find something else music related that could still fulfill me as radio did.
Tell me about your love for music. I mean, you've always been into music. I was trying to figure it out. I'm like, as far as I know you, you've been into, like, you were doing the DJ. You were DJing at one stage, right? I don't know if you still are. Which radio station are you with?
Off radio for now, but I used to DJ with Radio Phoenix from 2012 to 2014, I think. Then moved to Radio 4 of ZNBC.
Right.
Both radio stations, on those platforms, I hosted a show called Eardrum, which was strictly hip-hop. But on Radio Phoenix, I played other stuff as well. But hip-hop has always been like one of those things I really love. It acts as therapy for me sometimes because I relate so much to what MCs say on some of these songs. And it comes natural for me to speak on. And that's where the passion for being a radio presenter came from. Yeah, and of course, getting inspired by other DJs in the game, like KB, DJ Scratch, you as DJ Pee-wee back in the day with the productions you did for people like Saga. So all of you guys played a role in what I am today and what I love, really.
Right.
So with that came the radio, and from that came the reaction videos and podcasts that I do right now. So I've loved it for that long, really.
So before you get onto the reaction videos and podcasts, let's talk about the battles you used to do on Eardrum, right? Because I think that's when I got attention. Wind of you, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
When did you know with the battles that you were onto something? When did you know, like, oh, wait a minute, I think I'm onto something here?
With the battles, what I was gunning for really was interaction with the people that I used to broadcast to. I've always wanted that since the Radio Phoenix days. Like, how do I get to interact with the people that listen to me on radio and not on just some, I'm here, listen to me play, listen to my playlist, or the only way you have to interact with me is by you requesting a song. Like, how do I really get in the comment section with them to really discuss culture? And by culture, I just mean the hip-hop scene and everything. So when I was at Radio 4, I didn't want the Eardrum show to sound like it was or it sounded on Radio Phoenix. Thought to myself, what idea could I bring on? And that's what most of us media people are always doing, always thinking of new ideas to make, what we present interesting. So I came up with the battles. I thought how would I make this more interactive? Oh, let's have people who listen to these battles vote. And as they vote on who they think is the better battle rapper, we get interactive in the comment section. And surprisingly, that worked and the show grew. Yeah. With the battles.
Yeah. So at what point did you realize with those battles that you were onto something? Like, wow, okay, I think this thing has become big.
With social media, you get to see the views. That's one advantage about social media. You get to see the likes, the views, the comments. You can tell from the engagement and just how many people are getting onto it week in, week out, because it was a weekly show. I went from doing a daily show on Radio Phoenix to doing a weekly show on Radio 4. So every week I'd notice more and more people. That's how I knew it was growing.
What made you move into the reactions videos? Because let's talk about that. Because I saw you the other day post that you've now gone over, 4,000 followers or subscribers on YouTube?
Yes, it's now over 4,000. And I'm thankful for that, really. That's another thing I never expected to happen, because YouTube is something totally different from radio. And being the person I am, always trying out new things, after radio, I thought to myself, okay, bringing back battles after such a long time, it might not be as impactful as it once was. So what next? I thought, okay, you've always spoken on music. It's still in the same line, but let's do something different. You always gave an honest opinion on music while on radio. Let's add some visuals to that. And that's how reaction videos were born, really. Giving honest opinion on the music I love to listen to. And with that came other artists requesting for me to do those reaction videos to their music. Because I just do what I love, basically, and other people think my opinion is valid. So that's how the reaction video started.
Right. So now tell us too, how did you actually start picking the reactions, right? And how did you come up with content? What I want you to do here is I want you to guide somebody on Culture Shock who's thinking of starting a YouTube channel. Speaking of something unique like yours, how do they go about deciding what they want to pursue and how to put that content together? And what did you realize was making sense and what wasn't making sense?
How to start, because the discouraging people, I think, is the first few videos and the low number of views. You get to think, will I ever grow? But growth comes from consistency, really. The more you do it, the more you improve on editing, as well as the brand, how the page looks. The next video has to be better than the previous one in terms of editing, sound quality, and just how it's branded. That plus consistency really helps on YouTube. I've been able to upload a video or two every week since I started in, I think, early January. And that has helped me, really. So don't be discouraged and do not stop. When you feel like, okay, Lelo, I just don't feel like doing it, try pushing yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's what you love. You know, you have to answer to you. If you really don't do it, in the end, you only have yourself to blame for failing. Do you? It comes easy for me because I love music. So the biggest thing is not to be discouraged, because YouTube starts very small, especially with subscribers. Even to that one subscriber you have for the first time, broadcast like you are broadcasting to 10 or 100 subscribers. The passion eventually shows.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Because I think with content, people are more focused on the viewers than their view. I love the whole reaction thing that you did. I'll be very honest with you. And I was like, you know what? What I loved about you, Sanga, I've been watching you for a while, from the podcast that you were doing with Abel, Black Sometime, from the Eardrums. I love that you've stuck to the whole music thing and said, how many things can I explore in music and my passion for music, right?
Yeah.
You haven't limited yourself to say, this is all I want to do. So maybe now, before we can, wrap it up, is where are you taking this thing now? Where are you going with the whole reactions? What do you see next?
The 5-year plan or the I envision growth really, because it's getting to a stage where I kind of see it monetized, because I'm growing up. I have a family of my own now, so as much as I love to do it, I also need that motivation to stay in it. But bottom line, it's just about interaction with me, really, and making friends.
Right.
Making friends doing what I love. Something else will pop up, I know.
Right.
This might give birth to something else, because it started with battles. At the time I was doing battles, I didn't even know I would do reaction videos today. So ideas just pop up.
So do you think you'd have ever got into the reaction videos if you had never done the battles?
No. I wouldn't have. Because the battles brought me Able Black. And with Able Black, I got the courage to start doing visuals and podcasts and everything else. And when we kind of took a break from the podcasts, I was like, I'm really enjoying doing these things, these visuals and, providing content in this way. Why not start reaction videos? Yeah, so everything I do kind of gives birth to the next thing. And that's how come I'm unable to really answer, where are you taking this?
Right.
Or answer the 5-year plan, because I know God will kind of just spark interest in something else that will be born from the same thing I'm doing right now. So to everybody out there, do not put pressure on yourself when you feel like you've hit a roadblock or there are no ideas, so to speak, because ideas just come mostly from what you are already doing. Amatuzu, kwete ole bombanayo, give birth to other things.
Yeah. Shout out to Able Black, by the way. That's another guy I've watched for a while, right? And I remember
he's a genius.
No, he is. He's a sharp guy. He's a very sharp guy. It's not super vocal, but he's a great thinker, right? And is very calculated in his moves. Very influential guy. I remember he was on the whole Z influencer thing some years back, before all these influencers things popped up. And I'm like, this guy is ahead of his time, right? Yeah. I've always said this guy is ahead of his time, and I know where he's taking this, right? And I've seen it with the whole Zambezi Juice. I think I saw the Zambezi Juice Instagram page. They've grown it to over, I don't know, definitely in the 50,000+ last I checked. I don't remember, right? Yeah. And the whole visuals and podcasts. But I love the fact that you guys have been doing, social commentary and trying to make careers out of it. What do you think, how can we take YouTubing content to the next level in Zambia? Because I know that immediately you did it, I saw people started doing reaction videos. I saw that. A number of people then also say, the reaction video, right?
I think by supporting YouTubers, we can take it to the next level. What I've seen with YouTube in Zambia, it's the new TV for the youth.
Right.
So the more subscribers we get, I think the better it will become. Because you now get people like, you now get sponsors. You now get brands wanting to attach themselves to you. I'll give an example of, there's a YouTuber I know. He's more on Facebook though. Very funny guy. I can only remember his tagline. He likes to say, at your age, he was at CBU.
Yes,
Joey.
Joey. Yeah, shout out to
Joey is now doing ads. Joey is now doing ads from his YouTube, and that's only because corporates saw the numbers on his videos.
Right.
So the more we support each other as local YouTubers and the more we subscribe and not just watch, the better for all of us, because we'll now be able to make a living out of it, make this like our job. And we all know what's happening in Zambia right now. We've been asked to be innovative and not really always focus on formal employment. It's reality now, so we need support from ourselves, from within ourselves. The more we subscribe, the more we watch these videos, the higher numbers we get. And with that, obviously comes ads and revenue.
Right.
Yeah, it will just grow. It will just...
Right.
That's how we can take it to the next level.
Let me ask you one more question. What's the importance of creating a strong content community or teams around us so that we can make this thing bigger? Because I know this was not just your idea. It's like you said, you already mentioned, if you had never met Abel, you would have probably never done the podcast. You'd have probably never done certain things.
I think be open-minded. In media, we tend to have this attitude of can't really share ideas because people out there will steal my ideas and make them their own. Be open-minded. Not everyone is mean and not everyone is out to steal your ideas. Surround yourself with people like Abel Black. You know, Abel Black asked me to be limitless and not really limit myself or focus on radio alone. I had to grow. So the importance of having a team around you is you get that courage on your ideas. Even when you're low, thinking this might not really happen, you have a friend to encourage you and let you know there's possibility in doing this.